We talked the whole night through. Good morning to you. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning to you.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to In Bed with Armand and Angelina.
That's right.
The Cabana beach version.
That's right. So that picture was what we look out when we sit on our cabana bed and look forward is our beach.
So that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah. So Armand likes to sleep on this sometimes at night, but I find I don't because there's too many critters and mosquitoes and frogs. And the first time a frog fell on my head into my hair, no more.
That was it. That
was
frog.
it.
That frog ruined it for me.
I'm too prissy.
Yep. Call that frog a cabana blocker.
That's right.
Anyway, I want to share something before we go into our daily word. I got these wonderful papayas in the last day or so. This one came off today. That one came off yesterday. From this volunteer, we have a little volunteer papaya grove that grew up out of our compost. So I'm pretty excited and grateful about that. It's funny because everything in life is a blessing and a curse, kind of, depending on how you look at it. That's what I love about New Thought. New Thought really focuses on the blessing, and some different spiritual groups focus on the curse. Mm-hmm. And so it's a curse that Angelina does not like papayas because she does not get to share them with me. But it is a blessing that Angelina does not like papayas.
Did you get more?
I get more. Yeah.
That's all right. All right. So let's get started with the daily word. Today's daily word is healing. I am a spiritual being, wondrously made. Whatever challenges I am coping with in my life or my body, they cannot discourage me when I remember that God is within me. I choose to see myself as a perfect expression of my divine nature. Truly nothing can keep my healing from me. If I feel discouraged, I remind myself that I have everything within me to experience healing. I affirm that I am one with the divine. I let go and let God's healing power wash over me. I am not swayed by outward appearances as I continue to see myself as whole and perfect. I am grateful for the gift of life and express that gratitude directly to my body and mind in moments of prayer. I maintain my steadfast faith in my ability to be healed, and I have an unshakable faith that it is done. Aho. And humor is always good in healing, right?
It is good.
That's right.
By the way, this is Angelina's favorite flute that I play. It's one of the ones by the company that provides my flutes, High Spirits Flutes. Shout out to Odell Borg, Patagonia, Arizona. And this is called the E minor Condor bass walnut.
Yeah, it just has that deep, rich, beautiful sound.
So
I'm going to do a quote about healing.
Nice. That would be cool to have it like tie into what we're talking about today.
Exactly.
By the way, what about we share with them our little coffee cups? We had the honor of having some gigs at a conference, the Congress on Illumination. This was in Waikiki Beach, and we got these souvenir mugs.
Yep.
I got the hot hula girl.
And I got aloha.
Cool.
All right. Okay. So here's the quote. Healing takes courage, and we all have courage, even if we have to dig a little to find it. And who said that, Armand?
That was said by the singer-songwriter Tori Amos. And I have a quick story about Tori Amos. So one of my many jobs in life was working as an assistant to my musical partner and co-songwriter Don Rowell with his window treatment business. And one of the houses we worked on one time was Tori Amos's home. We did all of her window treatments. in Stuart, Florida. So that was kind of cool. I didn't get to actually meet her, or did I? Yeah, maybe we did meet her one time. Okay.
Oh, cool. Okay. Oh.
Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. 80 years ago today, the first electron microscope was demonstrated in the United States. Standing 10 feet tall and weighing nearly half a ton, the microscope achieved a magnification of 100,000 times, turning the very small into very big news.
Well, that's kind of
All right.
turning the small into big news. You know, that's kind of cool because that's like making extraordinary out of the ordinary.
Did you make that up?
No, I heard that from Spring. Shout out to Spring, but I don't think she made it up either. But maybe she did.
Oh, I like it. Okay. So today we're going to talk about what happened after yesterday's taping of our little episode of In Bed with Armand and Angelina. So that's what today's talk is going to be on.
Yeah,
So-
we were noticing our imperfections a lot
That's right.
when we replayed that video, and we
Right.
decided to keep it just the way it was,
Right.
with all of its flaws.
Right. But first, we want to talk about, we watched the service yesterday morning at Fredericksburg Unity with,
Dana Agnolini,
right?
shout out.
Hey, Dana. Really enjoyed your talk.
Fantastic.
And we really loved the radical acceptance. So we thought that would be great because that's kind of what we're also
and
talking about
this
today.
quote was actually up
Yes.
on the big screen
That's right.
at Unity of Fredericksburg.
Yes, we love you, Dana. Radical acceptance. Accepting everything about yourself, your current situation, and your life without question, blame, or pushback. And that's Marsha Lynham, I guess how you say that.
That's a tall order.
That is a tall order. And I think, and Dana, you can write in later and correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's a Buddhist teaching, that's what that stemmed from. I think is what I
Sounds
read.
like it to me.
So, so we're going to talk about our unhealed not enoughness and perfectionism and being able to see it and laugh at it. So, I guess I have a lot of quotes today. I kind of got carried away yesterday. So,
That's not like you.
so I did quotes on trying to be perfect, right? So here's one I like. If my hair looks good, I can deal with anything.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was really. Angelina had to go through a bit of a grieving process when she found out that hair and nails were not considered essential. She couldn't believe it.
Well, it's okay though, but I have to tell you, since that's a good thing, I have to tell you something about my nail. We're just going to get really real, and I'm gonna, I'm always wanting to be perfect, and so people think that, but I'm going to show some of my imperfection and my realism on trying to always be perfect. I always say I'm trying to let that go because trying to always be perfect is exhausting. And people would rather see the real you than someone who's always me trying to always look perfect and be perfect and say the right thing and look the right way and have good hair and nice nails. Although I can't really give up my nails.
You're about as close to perfect as I've ever met, but that's cool.
Wow.
That doesn't really matter. You're awesome.
Well, very sweet. So the other day, one of my nails came off because it is time to get them done. And if you don't know about acrylic nails, if you don't get them done every 2-3 weeks, they start to lift and the acrylic nail comes off. Well, one came off and I thought, oh my gosh, I can't get my nails done. What am I going to do? So I decided I would glue my nail back on. I have nail glue for, repairs and stuff like that. So I was in our kitchen by the stove and I had the glue on my finger and I was about to put the nail on my finger and it fell between the stove and the counter. And this is about 2 a.m. And so Armand's sleeping in the living room here and I can't find the nail. So I'm trying to pull out the stove a little bit to see if I could get it and trying not to wake him up. He did wake up and then went back to sleep. And I got a little okay, I'm gonna get really honest. I got a little panicky, like, oh my gosh, what if I don't have that nail? Because I know, I hold things up and we're gonna do a concert probably, and I can't not have that nail on my finger. And I was getting a little obsessed. And I wished it was taped because I'm sure it would be a good Lucille Ball comedy thing. So I let it go. I had to go to bed. I couldn't get the stove out all the way. And the next morning, Armand pulled out the stove. I found it. A blessing, because how often do we pull out the stove and clean behind our stove, right?
Not since 2009 when you redid the tile.
Right. So it was a blessing because I got to clean back there. It was needed to be clean. So anyway, I glued my nail back on.
I think there was a dead animal back there.
It was not. It's this fingernail. And that's what I'm doing right now since I can't get my nails done. As they come off, I'm going to glue them back.
So shout out to Angelina's nail tech.
Yes.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
She calls her therapist.
Yes,
because when
she knows everything about me.
Oh, and stuff about me too.
Oh, yeah.
When she comes home, she always feels like she's had a great therapy session.
That's right.
They have a great time, and we totally understand that during the
Sure.
social distancing time.
And there's bigger problems than me losing my fingernail, right?
That's healing right there. All right. Oh, you want to show that crazy picture of yesterday, and we can tell.
Oh, yeah.
So
So yesterday, after we watched the taping, we're watching it, and I'm like, oh my God, my hair! Look at my hair! And oh my gosh, blah blah blah! And oh my gosh, Armand said something about your.
Yeah. So I found this new thing that's happening. I have this little, I call it walrus neck, and I'm going, oh God, I have a walrus neck. That I'm almost 60. So yeah, we were like being very critical
Right.
of ourselves. Here's a picture. So there's my walrus neck, and there's Angelina with her. We call them alien sleepy eyes.
Okay, so if you want to go back. So I'm laughing, which is really good because usually I can't laugh about my imperfections.
Yeah, and she would never show a picture of herself ever.
Right.
It was not flattering.
So I kept looking at the video going, why? Look at how I stop and I stare at the screen like, what is that? It is so crazy. And now we just laugh at it. We played it back this morning to take that picture for y'all. So, if you want to go back and look and find that spot, there's, I think, 2 spots, or I just kind of stare into I don't know, anyway. It's really good to be able to laugh at your crazy perfection because it's all about not being enough.
So before we go, that's what we want to say. We're into 12 minutes now. We don't want to go too much
really?
further. We just want to say, laugh at yourself. You know
Right.
what? If you laugh at yourself, you will never cease to be amused.
That's right.
You will never get hemorrhoids.
Right.
You will never have to take a laxative, and you will never have a regular
Right.
hilarity.
Can I just do one quote?
Of course.
Okay.
Give me a kiss first. Oh, God. That's so corny. PDA.
Okay. Remember this. No one is looking at your imperfections. They're all too busy worrying about their own. Right?
Thanks, everyone. We hope to see you tomorrow.
Yep.
I don't know if we can get to it because we're so busy doing nothing. Oh, God.
All right.
Bye.
Kind of manic crazy.